How's it going, folks? Yesterday we had the 9th Women's World Cup kickoff in Australia, so let us know in the comments below your own opinion on women's football. Do you follow it or not? And while you're typing, we are about to start yet another episode of the latest news of the day. Let's get the show on the pitch. Cameroonian goalkeeper Andre Onana has officially completed his transfer from Inter Milan to Manchester United. The amount of the deal is 50 million euros plus add-ons. Onana has become the 4th most expensive goalkeeper in the history of the #1 game, with his contract valid for 5 years. Harvey Barnes is now a Newcastle United player. Leicester City will receive 38 million euros for their leader. The Englishman is expected to pen a 5-year contract and replace Alain Saint-Maximin at the Magpies camp. Alexander Mitrovic is furious with Fulham since the club has rejected 2 bids from Al Hilal. He threatens to never play for the Cottagers again. Romelu Lukaku has agreed to make a move to Al Hilal in case he fails to stay in Europe. He had recently held a meeting with the president of the Saudi Pro League club. AC Milan have released the away kit for the upcoming 2023-24 season. The shirt has a white background and the red and black stripes on the left. Hungary left-back Milos Kerkez has been sold to Bournemouth from AZ Alkmaar for £15.5 million. The contract is running for 5 years. Everton have agreed to sign Villarreal winger Arnaud Danjuma on a 1-year loan. He will soon undergo a medical checkup and sign a contract with the Yellow Submarine. Olympique Marseille are closing in on acquiring Atletico Madrid winger Thomas Lemar. Real Madrid won 20 million euros for his services. Juventus have sent Arthur Melo on loan to Fiorentina for 3.4 million euros with an option to buy for 20 million euros. Last season, he was representing Liverpool on a loan deal. Barcelona have executed the release clause for Deportivo La Coruña and Spain U19 right-back Trilli. He cost Blaugrana 200,000 euros, and at first, he will perform for Barca Athletic. 19-year-old winger Carlos Borges has been recruited by West Ham United from Manchester City for £14 million. Last season, he scored 21 goals and delivered 11 assists in Premier League 2. Lionel Messi will immediately receive the captain's armband of Inter Miami. Earlier on, Brazilian midfielder Gregore da Silva was the captain, with Joseph Martinez being the vice-captain. Borussia Dortmund have terminated the contract with left-back Nico Schulz, who has been accused of kicking his pregnant ex-girlfriend in the stomach. He did not play a single game in the 2022-23 campaign. Ajax goalkeeper Remco Pasveer has been ruled out of action for 2 months with an injury he sustained during training. Ticket prices for Lionel Messi's debut for Inter Miami against Cruz Azul on July 22 are currently worth $110,000. Bayer Leverkusen star Moussa Diaby has chosen Aston Villa over Al Nassr for his next destination. Here we go. The amount of the deal is 50 million euros plus add-ons. The Frenchman is excited with the Premier League and Unai Emery's project. Brighton Hove Albion have agreed to take Fiorentina defender Igor Julio for £15 million. Bruno Fernandes has been named as the new captain of Manchester United. The armband was previously held by Harry Maguire. Liverpool intend to acquire Fiorentina defensive midfielder Sofiane Amrabat as a replacement for Fabinho. The Violets demand £25 million. Ireland international right-back Matt Doherty has returned to Wolverhampton Wanderers on a free transfer. He spent the last 6 months at Atletico Madrid. Chelsea are considering the return of Crystal Palace centre-back Mark Guéhi, following a serious injury to Wesley Fofana. Newcastle United are edging closer to signing Southampton right-back Tino Livramento for £30 million. Burnley have tabled 17 million euros for Man City goalkeeper James Trafford, who became one of the main reasons of England's triumph in the 2023 European Under-21 Championship. 19-year-old central midfielder Fabio Maretti has spent a 4-year contract extension with Juventus. He had 33 Serie A appearances last season. Fenerbahce have bought centre-back Rodrigo Bessao from Udinese for $8.5 million. Rennes have rejected VfL Wolfsburg's 18 million euros bid for Croatian playmaker Lovre Majer. We have always played with a centre-forward, but the system can be changed and we adapt, Carlo Ancelotti noted. Premier League debutants Luton Town have bought centre-back Marvelous Nakamba from Aston Villa on a permanent basis. Last season, he played for the Hatters on loan. Napoli have opened talks with Arsenal over the signing of centre-back Kevin Danso. He is supposed to replace Kim Min-jae in the Parthenopean squad. The legendary attacking midfielder from Real Sociedad, David Silva, was sidelined for several months due to a severe knee injury. Saudi Pro League side Al Ahly are set to make a bid regarding the transfer of Napoli defensive midfielder Stanislav Lobotka. Newcastle United ace Alain Saint-Maximin will be sold to Al Ahly for 30 million euros. The parties will soon finalize the agreement details. Real Madrid Castilla captain centre-half Carlos Dauter has moved to Celta Vigo, taking a 5-year deal. The newly minted Strasbourg coach, Patrick Vieira, wants to see Tottenham Hotspur centre-back Davinson Sanchez in his roster. Barcelona right-back Julian Araujo will soon find himself at Porto on a loan deal. The clubs have almost agreed on a matter. Alright, moving on to the main news of the release. PSG striker Neymar stated that he will stay at his club even if he doesn't feel fans' love. I hope it's at PSG. I have a contract with PSG and no one has informed me of anything. Even if there isn't much love between the fans and the player, I will be there with love or without love. Neymar missed most of the 2022-23 season due to injury. He made only 20 Liga 1 appearances, netting 13 goals and delivering 11 assists. The club's bosses have reportedly wanted to sell the 31-year-old Brazilian. Free agent Jordi Alba joined Sergio Busquets and Lionel Messi at Inter Miami. The legendary left-back signed a contract with the American club until the end of 2025. According to MLS rules, only 3 first-team footballers can exceed the salary cap. These slots at Inter Miami are now fully occupied: Lionel Messi, Sergio Busquets, and Josef Martinez. Alba is expected to take a smaller salary until the end of the season and then take Martinez's slot in the next campaign. According to ESPN, Andres Iniesta will also join his friend at the Herons camp. David Beckham's side have already secured a contract with him until 2025. Bayern Munich attacker Sadio Mane has agreed to Al Nassr personal terms. Now, in order to finalize the deal, the Saudi Arabian giants need to negotiate with deteriorated, who are hoping to receive 32 million euros plus add-ons for the player. After a conflict with Leroy Sané, Bayern have decided to get rid of Mane, despite the Senegalese's final desire to continue his journey in Germany. After a 1-year spell, Mane scored 12 goals and delivered 6 assists in 38 appearances for the Bavarians. Cristiano Ronaldo, Marcelo Brozovic, Seko Fofana are the names who will be wearing Al Nassr jersey, with Alex Telles joining the Knights of Night soon. Manchester United will soon send Atalanta a formal bid in order to recruit Denmark striker Rasmus Højlund. The Goddess board wants to get about 60 million euros plus add-ons for his services. The Red Devils have agreed to contract terms with Højlund a few days ago. However, PSG have reportedly joined the race for the young attacker and have already opened talks with his representatives. Manchester United want to overtake the French champions and conclude the deal with Atalanta first. The 20-year-old Dane ended up at Atalanta from Sturm Graz last summer for 17 million euros. And last season, he scored 9 goals and provided 4 assists in 32 Serie A appearances. He also managed to score 6 goals in 6 international games for Denmark. Real Madrid have already contacted Juventus over the possibility of acquiring centre forward Dusan Vlahovic. This step is caused by the uncertainty over the potential arrival of Kylian Mbappe. Juventus are open to part ways with the 23-year-old Serbian, the new sporting director of the club, June Tolly recently admitted. But for that to happen, a lucrative offer has to be tabled. Moreover, Real Madrid, Chelsea, PSG and Bayern Munich are the clubs also claiming Vlahovic. Manchester City have decided on their transfer target in case of Bernardo Silva's departure this summer. In his place, the champions of England are pondering over one of Inter Milan leaders, Nicolo Barella. The Italian is doing other functions on the pitch, but he left a big impression on Pep Guardiola. However, it is known that Nerazzurri want to keep the midfielder. Earlier on, the Champions League finalists had already rejected Newcastle's offer. Atletico Madrid ace Joao Felix has finally decided that he wants to only join Barcelona in the ongoing summer window. He is willing to wait even until the very last days, as other options do not suit his potential. Many Barca's board representatives like the idea behind this transfer, but signing Joao is certainly not a priority for Xavi. Barca will definitely not be able to sign the Portuguese on a permanent basis this summer, but according to Relevo, the clubs are already discussing a loan deal until the end of the season with a further option to buy, provided that wages are paid by the Catalans. Atletico have no intention to keep Felix in the team because of his high salary, especially since Diego Simeone is not counting on him much. Obviously, Felix's relationship with other first-team players had greatly deteriorated, as evidenced by yesterday's dispute with Thomas Lemar during training session. Guys, Vamos YouTube channel has analyzed how exactly Andre Onana bolstered the Manchester United squad and why this deal is so important for Ten Hag. Have a good time watching. Thank you all for your attention, and we wish you a happy Friday. Take care and see you soon.